Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Jared Goff and the taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Detroit Lions. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we don't like to throw around the word dynasty loosely, but for the Chiefs, it applies. I mean, they're looking for their third title now in 5 years.
And with the way this league is configured now, it absolutely applies. I think you're totally on target. Remember, they lost a Super Bowl in there too. So to be back for the fourth time in 5 years in today's NFL, that's pretty incredible.
Meanwhile, for the Lions, it might be a state holiday in Michigan tomorrow if they can pull this one off. Their first ever Super Bowl appearance as they try to win their first NFL title since 1957.
Oh, I love how you announce. I love how you like to govern as well. A state holiday? Absolutely, if they pull this one off. And remember, this team trying to win, as you said, their first title since 1957. If they pull this off, it officially buries the Bobby Lane curse.
And off we go from Las Vegas. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right to the air, here is Goff. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And out of bounds right around the 20. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Butker's kick here is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. So here come the Lions now. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's airing it out for Williams. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 75 yards. And the Lions will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Mahomes now to throw. The tight end, Kelce. He has it over the middle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
After the interception, here's Goff. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook in game.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively, that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
Game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. 2nd and 10. Gone. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Throwing on third, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for Detroit, and even 60 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun. Goff. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Now, they went draw play there on third down around the goal line. Something you normally like to see, Charles?
Oftentimes, people are prepared for a pass in this situation, so the draw is a good call. But it's better when you usually have a lead blocker. If you don't have a fullback, you can use your H-back to pull in front. Sometimes you pull a guard to get out in front. Maybe it's your tight end. But they find a way to create a little bit of extra space. A bit of a surprise down near the goal line, but it was effective in this situation.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. A dump down to McKinnon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Mahomes. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aline McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. This will be fielded at the 17. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. On 1st down, it's gone. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try, and time has run out on this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second down and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yeah, the Chiefs are going to be set up with a first and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got it. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the third quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 55 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Montgomery will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Badgley on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mahomes firing complete, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Now back to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Hardman's going to pick up a Chiefs 1st down as the tackle made at the 42. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chiefs 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Aiden Hutchinson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
They'll go for a gain of 7. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Kirby Joseph.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
This pass down the field for Gibbs.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Lions are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late.
We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy. On the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up. Many soft completions, no late point. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. Back to throw again. This is caught. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Mahomes to throw once more. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stage. Throwing now, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Lions up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking downfield for Kelsey.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
One final try for Mahomes.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Picked up by Cameron Sutton.
And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
today. From Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on a second AFC team in the Cleveland Browns. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense.
They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
And he spoke very eloquently and passionately on media day about what a victory here would mean for him. He knows this just isn't any other game. This is the kind of game that stays with you for a lifetime. If there's anyone on this field tonight who's most ready for this moment, I think it's this man right here.
First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. First carry for Nick Chubb. And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Watson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Watson. And pass complete to Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Cooper, the man in motion left. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. Here's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They came with a safety blitz, and Daxton Hill got home.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Watson. Staying on his feet. Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now 3rd down and very long. Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught at the 8. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Hopkins' kick is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Muscles by at the 25, and he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this.
3-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
72 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
And the Browns getting set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Watson on first down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They go with Chubb on second down. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 31-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Chubb will get the call running left. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. David Bell, 27 yards. And the Browns are able to move back in front. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And David Bell closed things out with a touchdown catch. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. It's a gain of 35.
As we all remember, these two were connected back in their days at LSU when they were winning the national championship. But it wasn't just on game day. The amount of time they put in before practice, after practice, off days, that forged their connection, and it still continues here in the NFL.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Burrow. And this is caught. It's a gain of 34.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know what's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing again is Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air yet again, Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Under pressure, they got him again. Daxton Hill. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throw. The football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Jones on the return, and shedding through the tackle. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Looking deep here for Chase. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And McPherson on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Throwing on third down, Watson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
This is caught at the 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. This is Mixon on the draw. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 2nd and 7. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand,
That's pretty easy for everyone to see.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Chubb on the counter. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Burrow. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Jamar Chase
with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Bengals are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Watson now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Watson is caught out left by Bell. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Open man, that's Cooper.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins.
And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon.
And Mixon going to have a Bengals first down as he gets this up past the 40.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Mixon with a first down carry. Dances by him. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Any team that successfully runs a toss play cannot do it with an offensive line that can't move. You've got to have mobile players, especially those tackles, who can move laterally and seal the edge in order for the back to get upfield.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Again with a juke. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner. View your team's saved snapshots. Quickly review the league's top performers and the current week's schedule.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's a special Friday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Green Bay Packers.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his fourth season now out of LSU.
Burrow may be young in his career, but he's helming the Bengals to one of the best stretches they've ever seen. 12 wins last year, which matched the team record, and they made a conference championship game in back-to-back seasons for the first time ever. At the center of it all is the man they call Joey B. 35 touchdown passes last year and almost 4,500 yards.
Now a three-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Mixon. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From midfield now, Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. The LSU connection. Burrow to chase for the Cincinnati first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a yard. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awful.
Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase up. 18-yard touchdown. And the Bengals put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Here's Jones. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. A choice to make. You're on the road. You're going to take the 3. You're so close to the end zone.
Well, you know what the book says. You know, that mythical book about what to do in certain situations. Road team, it says be aggressive. Go get a touchdown. Don't play for a field goal. I say keep that book open and do it.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They'll try and run for it, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Tyler Goodson taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a big call there on their opening drive. They go for it on 4th and goal. It pays off.
And I think, Brandon, they were feeling like they needed to match that touchdown on the other end. They didn't want to give them an advantage by kicking a field goal and being down here at the outset.
The Packer offense, Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. Now a look at the backup, Jordan Love, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hudson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. Straight ahead, it's Evans. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now Simeon. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
He'll flip this out to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Now a 1st down throw, Simeon. Over the middle, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Jones will come now in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. To throw is Simeon. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Simeon now to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 2nd down, Evans looking for space.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. Carlson's extra point up and good, and the lead is up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bengals drive about to get going. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Simeon. Over the middle, complete. It's Morgan. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st and 10, Simeon. And he'll go underneath here to Evans. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Come on now, let's do this.
The About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the pop.
He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards.
There's certainly a lot of quality receivers on this team, so he's no lock to make this squad. But the way he's got to do it, make every routine catch that comes his way, and mix in some of the big-time ones like the one we just saw there.
Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Carlson on for the extra point. And oh, it's wide right. No good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff coming left, Evans. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. They'll go right back to Evans here on first down. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Simeon. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now Simeon. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Simeon. On the screen, this is Evans. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll get this back. To the 32-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Back to the air, Simeon on second down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Simeon. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And they'll run for it with Evans. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On first down, it's Simeon. He finds his man, complete. It's Hudson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Evans running behind center. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hudson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. A great play there. High in the air to bring it in. And the Packers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Here's Simeon. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chris Evans, 49 yards. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. First down, going to the air with Love. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big pickup of 38. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off.
And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers.
Tyler Goodson
ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game as his guys are able to extend their lead.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So now the Bengals down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 1:50 remaining. Here's Simeon. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw.
Able to find Jones.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Play action. It's Simeon. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing. Love. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. That punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches more.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he has a Packer 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes the script. They run once more with Dillon. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a second down throw for Love here. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. So a win here for the Packers, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he was instrumental in earning this victory.
This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths and weaknesses by looking at your archetype ratings. This is your development trait. Here are a player's motivations. How well your team
This is it. We are going for gold.
Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Green Bay Packers taking on the New England Patriots.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a compelling matchup here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Green Bay Packers. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his third season now out of Alabama.
It was a much rockier season for Jones in his second year, and he even had to survive a brief challenge to his starting job. This is a big campaign for the former Rookie of the Year runner-up. He wants to get back to Pro Bowl form in this one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Jones. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Stevenson. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 25.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he will have a Patriots first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Throwing Jones. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now a 2nd and 6. Running left is Stevenson. And he will be brought down at about the